Old School Bodybuilding Clothing Company. If it's been 3.5 hours since you last ate protein and now you're starting to freak out, you are old school. If watching someone sit on a hammer machine for 5 minutes between sets playing with their phone pisses you off, you are definitely old school. OSBBC.com for the hardest training athletes.
I haven't seen this done in a fucking week and a half. Hey, look! It just came out! Hey, look at that!
I love it!
Thing, huh?
Welcome back to After Hours. I'm Dave Palumbo, and I am joined by my Whack Pack compatriots, John Romano, Greg Valentino. We will be joined later by Mr. G and Jimmy the Bull. What's going on, guys?
Going, Dave?
Not a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah.
Now, why is Jimmy the Bull always chronically at the back of the bus here, if on the bus at all?
He actually called me up. I was talking to him earlier today, and he's screaming. He's irate. He's on the truck again. Of course, he's got some new guy who got him to go there like 4 in the morning. And of course, the yard doesn't open till 6. And this new guy is all gung ho, and he's running. So I guess what they do is they get paid for the day, John. So they're running dirt from all the way out of Long Island to LaGuardia Airport. Now, whether they do 2 or 3 runs, they get paid the same money.
Right.
And this new guy is so gung ho that he got them done so early that they sent him back for a 3rd load. So he's fucking fuming, Jimmy, because he's got to do the 3rd load now, which he normally only would have had to do 2. He could have taken his time. He could have gone and got a drink and some food. And now he's like all stressed out because he's got the 3rd load to do.
You know what, Dave? I have no empathy or sympathy for him anymore. I remember my 4th of July party I invited him to, right? He said he's coming. Yeah. He'll be here the day before, Thursday, because the party was Saturday. I said, good. I got the motorcycles lined up. We're going to go on a bike trip. I got a guy with a boat. We're going to go out in the boat on the lake. We got fireworks. We got to depart. Oh yeah, I'm coming. I can't. I got to get out of here. I can't wait. I'm going to. 7 phone calls. All right. Does he show up?
No.
No. His daughter had his emergency surgery. He's got the truck is in LaGuardia. They threw him out, and he's stressed out. And it's all punctuated with, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. But he's like drawn back in. It's like the crabs trying to climb out of the box.
No, you know what he is? He's like your fat aunt. Like your fat Italian Aunt Rita. You know what I mean? No matter what it is, it's a drama. You know what I mean? She makes it into like a.
He got pulled over. He told me. Because they had
he told me that too.
They got these stops. He got 32 citations, all in his name too, on his license. He's got to get it switched out now. He's having a nervous breakdown. I said, Jimmy, this is the truck you're driving around. There's like 1 million violations. The truck is like a safety hazard to the road.
Right. And they always give him that truck. It's like there's 10 other trucks.
But you know what?
And he's supposed to have tenure, and they give him the shittiest
because
truck.
He's the only one who can drive it. Probably that's why.
Because he's only happy when he's miserable. You understand?
Yeah.
If he can't be bitching and moaning like this, he's got nothing.
You know what's funny? If he won the lottery, he'd be like, "I get all my friends call me for money. Jesus Christ, I should have never won this goddamn lottery." Right? He'd be one of those. I'm telling you.
All right. What? I gotta play this. I gotta play this.
Georgie's here.
I gotta play. Well, who's here?
Georgie.
What's up, Greggy?
What's up, Mr. G?
What's up, George?
Dave, John.
All right. I gotta play. First of all, I want to just tell you. I don't think I told you, George, but in about 10 minutes, we got this guy Matt, who I know. He's been training Big Lenny, so we're gonna get him on to talk about what Big Lenny's been up to in the gym because he's been working him out, and teaching him how to fight. So we have a training video on that. But I want to, before we get to that, I got to play this friend of mine on Facebook, Alone Powers, sent me these videos that he created. Let's save the Jimmy one. Let's do the Steve Blackman one first. I played it on Heavy Muscle. I have to play it again. It's because these guys have to see it.
I can watch this 100 times. This is so fun. This is the best.
All right, here we go.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Ow, ow, ow. Show them, girl, yeah. Boom, boom, bow, bow, boom, 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 bow.
How great is that?
Is that like the best?
And you got Bobby Smalls in the backdrop there.
Right, the
Dude,
background.
I was there when that picture was taken.
Yeah, you were.
I know you were.
You
I know you
We were
were.
both
We
there.
were all there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were
That
there.
was hey, that was
Remember
unbelievable.
Who had the
Yeah,
Arnold
well,
mask on? Was that you, George, or your
No,
brother?
it was Bobby, I think.
Yeah, no, it was Bobby. He was next to him
Brother
as Hulk
Bobby.
Hogan.
was there.
You were dressed as Hulk Hogan, standing next to him. You can see him in the picture.
Let me see. Pull that up again, that video. You don't have to play it. Just let me see the picture. Don't give away. Don't do the Jimmy one yet. Tyler's very confused. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. You got it.
How did that guy make his face move like
I
that?
don't
Who's
know, but
next?
he did it.
Who's behind him with the? Is that Mr. G with the green bracelet?
Mr.
on?
G is behind Blackman with the Hulk Hogan.
Is that
outfit
Jimmy the
on.
Bull
Right.
to the right or no?
I can't see.
No, not that. That's Bobby Smalls. Who's the guy next to him? Bobby Smalls.
That's a girl.
No, to the right, right there.
Was that porn chick that we had?
That looks
Yeah,
like
we
Jimmy the
did
Bull,
it.
but it maybe not.
No, we had all the girls dressed as bulls. Remember, in little bull outfits?
Yeah, but wasn't there a porn?
Matador.
Remember that?
Yeah, we had that porn star.
That
showed-
porn girl. I forgot
Yeah.
her name.
What was her name?
Oh fuck, I don't remember.
Kim
Not Lisa
Chambers.
Lips.
Kim Chambers.
Not Lisa Lips, the other one.
Kim Chambers.
Kim Chambers.
There you go.
I mean, we did so many things. It was crazy. I mean, if you
I
think about
remember.
it, we sat down, all the different videos and things we did.
Yeah.
It
That
was
was
just
great.
like a bunch of kids.
Yeah, we were having fun.
Still
That
are.
was fun.
Yeah.
All right, so he did that one, and then he also did one on Jimmy the Bull. I don't think we should play the audio because I don't want to get dinged on the audio on that. But play the Jimmy the Bull one, just the video portion.
It's to the tune of I Feel Good. You can
Yeah, it's I feel good. Hold on. Think of that.
James
guy.
Brown.
All right. Too bad no one can sing on this place. We can have them sing it.
None of us.
All right. Look, he's got his bull shirt on too.
Now imagine James Brown. I feel good.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah, that's the music. We can't play it on here because it's copyrighted.
I feel
Oh, I got
good. Na, 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 na. So good. So good.
Holy shit! How did he make these guys their faces move?
I don't know.
I don't
He's a
know. I
freaking
like it though. I got to
genius,
find
man.
that program. I could do some funny stuff with that.
Oh my God, they're hysterical.
Yeah. I'd like to do one of Kai Green.
Fucking a pineapple.
No, that's not nice. That's not nice, Craig.
Wasn't it?
At the end of the Arnold, we ran out of prizes to give away. We started throwing out empty boxes and underwear.
No, you were throwing out
I
new
remember
shirts,
that.
weren't you? Who was giving away?
I
prizes?
was throwing out those shirts with him. Yeah, we were throwing out all shit. We were throwing out the fucking dust in the box.
I mean, we had more people at our booth than watching the main thing. They were
Absolutely. Remember,
I mean,
there's like an
people-
ocean of people.
People will wait. It's amazing. At these Arnold Expos, people will wait 3 hours, literally, to get a free freaking protein bar. And if you throw we were throwing T-shirts out, people will literally beat each other to death to get that T-shirt.
Dude,
I've never
I
seen anything
brought
like
Lee-
it.
I brought Lee Priest up there. I'm the one that got Lee because Lee Priest wasn't with us then. Remember
Wait,
there's
I
the
don't
rift
remember.
between him and
I-
Blackman. I'm the one that brought him back and brought him on stage.
Right.
Remember, there's a whole video of me going like, yeah, bring him back, bring him back. And then even he was throwing shirts and he wasn't with us.
That's how hey, so Greg, that's how you connect. That's how Dave met Triple H.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Same way,
true.
guys. He was a big fan of Dave's, and they never get to
Carlin
meet.
Coker brought him over to the
Yeah.
yeah.
What's
I
Carlin
was
Coker
there.
doing now? Is he retired?
No, he's still same shit. Still doctor with like sports people, celebrities, all that.
Still a doctor.
I don't know if you guys
They were
remember from the booth, though. They told us,
What
the
happened?
Arnold people came over and they said, listen, you can't play loud music. You can't throw stuff into the crowd. Okay? You just can't do it. And we were arguing with them, as you remember.
Yeah,
and then
we
they
did
walked
it
away.
anyway.
We did it anyway, right?
As soon as they walked away, I think Mr. G had a blaster, and I think he blasted
had a
fucking Matt
gun.
Laws with a T-shirt right in the back of the head after that.
Buddy, the best is though, The best is Bobby would go over. Mr. G's brother, if you guys don't know.
I'm like, guys, can you wait till they at least leave the booth before
Bobby would go over, and he'd start talking to the guys from the Arnold Classic, and they'd be like, Jesus Christ. Because he'd be like, you know what? You know Bobby is. It was fucking fun.
There's a guy who is a great guy, Clint. Clint has been doing the MC job at the
Clint's
Arnold
awesome.
since the beginning. He's friends with the Lormas and everything like that. He's a good guy. I think he's a preacher, isn't he, too?
Yeah,
Pastor?
yeah.
So Clint comes over and Bobby Smalls comes up to Clint and he's like, "Hey, Clint!" Oh, like as if he knows him for 25 years. Clint is the biggest phony, like he's a people person, He's playing along with the whole thing because he's like thinks he must know Bobby Smalls, like almost like what Ben Weider did. And they got Clint. Didn't you get Clint to come up to the stage too? Right?
Yep.
He might have, yeah.
Yes, he did.
Dude, he would go over to them and he'd be like, "Don't worry about it, we got it." He'd tell Arnold, "We're fine. We know Arnold." It was funny. I'd watch Bobby. I'm the one that was with him when he went up to Weider. We were talking with the note. He had no shoes on, and I kept fucking taking pictures of his feet.
Yeah, but that was in the
lobby.
That wasn't in the
right. It was in the lobby. But the way he would do it, the way he did, I'm saying he used that way he would go after, like Ben. He would do the same shit with any of those guys from the Arnold. Remember when they were coming over with the fucking dogs and shit, sniffing, because Arnold,
The last interview Ben Weider ever did was probably with Bobby Smalls and Mr. G. We were at the Olympia Expo. We were walking. We were about midway through the expo, and here comes Ben Weider with Rob Wilkins, who is a security guard, and the Smalley brothers swarm like a bunch of bees on top of him, and of course Rob is like standing in front of them, like he doesn't know who these maniacs are, coming. They could be like assassins for all he knows, and they're like, Ben, we know your dad.
Wait. You got that wrong. That's where we were in the lobby at the Arnold.
No, you're talking
when he was talking about his father.
No. It's another time,
is the
Greg.
Olympia.
This is later.
Remember he's talking
about
a
different show. They got him in the Olympia Expo. It was the last interview before Ben Weider died, and they were asking him a million questions, and Ben was playing along because I don't know if he thought he knew them.
He thought I was Hulk Hogan. He thought I was Hulk. He goes, "How's it going?"
He thought you were Hulk Hogan. That's right. Right.
I asked him questions. I go, how did it feel to be, during World War II, Jewish and spreading the word of bodybuilding through all those countries in Europe? Did you ever think it would become this?
What did he say?
And he said, I knew it. Me and my brother, we had a vision, And then he said about that he wanted to have in the Olympics. I asked him that question.
He always went back to the Olympics. That was his biggest downfall, as far as I'm concerned.
You know what? I can't stop laughing because fucking George, he really looked like Hulk Hogan. How many people thought that was Hulk Hogan?
I told people that
Hulk Hogan's wife thought it was
brother. What do you think?
Remember in the aurport? We were in the airport, and he's got the feather boa on, and we're white, and everybody thought he was Hulk Hogan. It was
the security waved us. Remember, security
was waving us through. Yep.
We just not, nod.
You look
George,
just
that
like
was fucking the best, bro. That
was Hulk Hogan has like a limp, so.
Yeah, but when your brother Bobby, dude, when your brother Bobby went up to fucking Ben Weider, and he started hitting him with all that. My father worked in the union for all these years, and he gave this whole speech. That shit, I tell you what, he was making me laugh my ass.
No, he convinced Ben that he knew his father.
Yeah,
Bobby convinced Ben that Ben knew Bobby's father.
With no shoes.
My father is my father, and he was.
And he would say, "Remember when we went? He was talking about walking down the street, and they had to went to
yes,
yeah, and it was.
I
and
kept laughing my ass off. He's fucking funny.
He had him convinced that he knew his father.
And Rob Wilkins was there too.
He told my father was a big time in the garment district.
Yes.
Yeah.
His name was Smalling, Jewish guy.
Smata biz.
Yeah.
When you guys tell stories, I almost believe them, and I know you guys are making up half this crap that you talk about. They're very convincing.
Yeah, you believe in them. Yeah.
Wait, how about when someone didn't like us? when because some of the bodybuilders at the show would get mad at us because we're having fun, and then there wouldn't be people at their booths because they soon realized nobody can. You see one 24-inch bicep, you see another, you've seen a hot-looking girl, they want to be entertained.
Yeah.
So remember the one guy, got mad because we shot a confetti cannon on his booth.
Yeah.
So the bodybuilder comes up and goes, "Excuse me, but you got this on my booth." So then the guy leaves. I go, "Bob, game on." So we, right. So instead of hating on the guy, we loved him.
All right.
And there he is, shit belts, the #1 bodybuilder. But the guy gave us $200 each. The owner half the thing for the whole.
Yeah, they got him up on the stage with the belts, and they're like promoting his product up there.
Right.
Yeah.
But we figured, why not? I mean, they really want to have fun. They just join the fun.
I always say, kill him with kindness. Kill him with kindness.
Yep. That always worked. That's what they always did.
Yeah.
Yep.
My only regret is that when Jose Canseco was there, when I was in the middle of Dave's interview, which John and Dave were interviewing him, and I had a fucking syringe. I was going to throw it on the ground and go, "Hey, Jose, you dropped this." But the interview was going so serious. I don't know. I was afraid that you guys were going to get pissed, so I didn't do it. But here's a true story. Blackman wanted to get Jose Canseco on the radio show. John, you remember this? But Jose wanted money, and Blackman actually paid him because he was schmoing out with him,
Yep.
And we paid him and we got him on. I think, did you and I interview him together?
I interviewed him for an article at Rob Sanook's house, my lawyer.
Okay.
And we had the same lawyer.
Right.
So that's how I had the connection. So I interviewed him for an article. And then after the article, it was so popular that, remember Blackman put him on the cover with the bat, with the girl in the bat. Remember? And
he was an unbelievable. He was
a nice guy, though. I was talking with him. He was a nice guy.
Well, no, he's a great guy. No, he was a great guy. He's great guy.
He was a nice guy.
He did want money. Blackman paid him. He paid him. It was like a lot of money.
So what's the guy that Derek Anthony was working for back then? And he got Jose on board for a while.
Yeah,
the supplement company. Remember Derek?
Charles Moser, from GAT.
Then we have Romanisky.
Charles Moser from GAT.
Yeah. Remember Romanisky from the San Francisco 49ers? He had who won the linebacker. He wrote a book. He came up on all these guys.
Oh, Romo.
Yeah,
Romanowski.
They all came. Yeah. We didn't call these guys. These guys were like, what's this big thing going on? They all just came over. It was
Canseco. So Jose Canseco comes up on stage. We're playing. Because Blackman wanted celebrities, and then he went to the party. If you remember later, And
Arthur Lee Ray's wife threw him out.
Yeah, Elena, Arthur L. Ray's wife, kicked him out because she said, "You're a rat." She's like, "Get out of here."
You're a rat. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of my
party. Because they were sponsoring the party.
She's brutal. She's brutal, man. She threw him out so fast.
Well, Arthur did 10 years in jail for not being a rat, and so she felt that it was not appropriate that he was.
Remember, she says, "What the fuck is he doing here?" She was pissed. She lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, because her husband fucking could have, went to prison, like Dave said. He kept his mouth shut. He could have ratted and got out of there. But I'll tell you what, I like her, and he was a good guy. He was a fun guy too.
Yeah, he was.
He did shit right. You know what? He was fucking smart. Yeah. He knew his shit about
you know what Jose's problem was? And I blame the Major League Baseball League for this. Everyone was taking steroids at the time. Everyone knew it, too. They knew it. And Jose, some reason wanted to punish him. I don't remember. Right. Maybe, John, you remember why. But
I know. Because George Bush, President George Bush, was the managing partner of the Texas Rangers when Jose was playing for them, who at the time when his nickname was the Godfather of Steroids. Oh. Okay, so he was the one who was spreading it. Everybody's getting their gear from him. He was the kingpin in the locker room. So So Bush knew it. And remember, Bush went on TV and in the State of the Union address, he called out steroids.
Yeah.
And, and then 3 months later, he had the acting attorney general, forgot his name.
On his own team?
He read the indictment for Balco, which included Victor Conte and James Valente.
Well, it also was the fact that when he got caught with that shit and they made him stink about it, he was like, well, it's not just me, it's him too. It's almost like if you and John.
No, he didn't. He didn't do that initially, Greg. He didn't.
No, not initially.
They banned him for life.
They all hate his guts.
No. They banned him for life first, and then he said, "Look, this is what I love to do. I love to play baseball. I'll take a ban, but for life." And they would not go back on it. So he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to out everyone.
Then he wrote the book.
Yeah,
That's correct.
No, wait a minute.
Exactly
wait a minute. He started ratting not before he was bad. Like he brought it out.
You're wrong, Greg. You're wrong.
But that's why they all hated his guts because he was ratting on everybody else.
He ratted after they banned him from life.
But you're talking about what in the book?
No, Greg, you're wrong.
No,
you're wrong.
He wrote the book.
No. I'm good friends with Kirk Radomski, who's the one who gave all.
I interviewed Jose. I got it out of his mouth. I know. But
he's full of shit. Everything he says is full of shit, though.
No, it's not.
Greg, imagine you
guys are talking about after the fact.
He wrote the book after he got banned for life.
No, I know that. I'm not saying that.
What would you do if they banned you for life and you're one of the best baseball players in the league?
I'm not going to go throw my friends under the bus.
I'd be like, he felt slighted. He felt slighted.
Listen.
No one's saying it was an honorable thing to do.
No, it wasn't. He ratted them out.
Giving you the timeline.
Listen, if you guys went out, John, if you and Dave went out tonight and you went on I don't know, and you met a girl and Dave met a girl and you got in trouble by your wife catches you and you go tell your wife, yeah, but it wasn't just me. Dave was fucking around with a girl too. She calls Amanda.
Greg, no one's debating that. Yeah, I'm just giving you the timeline.
I know. I understand. You're talking about the book, but I'm talking
about... It's like what Floyd Landis did in cycling. Same thing.
Right.
I know you're talking about the book, but I'm talking about it was already out there that he was throwing his friends under the bus before that. That the book just solidified shit.
No, he didn't do that before. I don't think he did it before, Greg.
No, he's full of shit. I remember even when he was with the Yankees for a little bit. Dude, he was a madman. You remember the fucking ball in the outfield hitting him on the fucking head and then bouncing into the stands and shit like that? He go to catch the ball. You know, he was so juiced out of his mind. I don't know, but I swear steroids went back further than that. You know, and I love, me. I love Reggie Jackson. I used to do shoulders with him twice in fucking Gold's Gym back in.
He had to be taking him, right?
But I swear to God, I think he was on him. You know why? You know who he hung out with? Kay Baxter and all of them. And Kay Baxter was a big juice salesperson. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I said salesperson.
Yeah, hey, what's the difference? Hey, what's the difference anyway? You're not going to hit a ball out of the park if you take steroids.
I don't know if he is or not, but Ken Caminetti even said before, he's the one who opened this whole can of worms about the steroid because when he got sick, when the baseball came down, because he was a drug addict, he was saying, well, these guys are taking, steroids and this and that. He's the one who brought all that out. It was Ken Caminetti.
Right.
And then, whatchamacallit, he was telling people, oh, you don't realize this shit's going back long time, and into the 80s and earlier. But nobody knew about that stuff. And I'm telling you, I was at Gold's Gym every day. Reggie was there every day. He was a fucking, like a lady hound. Every time we worked with him and shit, he'd be like cattle calling chicks,
Was he pulling in girls back then, Greg?
Dude, what's that?
Was he pulling in girls? Because he was like, the hottest athlete around.
No, actually, they thought he was an asshole. And, because you're in Gold's Gym, they don't get, even though you're, Reggie Jackson, there was a plenty of guys, that were celebrities in there. But, he would fucking like, I remember doing shoulders with him once, and I was like, yo, don't do that around me. I'm embarrassed, But what I was trying to say is that.
Fucking cocksucker.
There goes that.
All right, let him go. Let him go.
These motherfuckers. Let me tell you. I had it. John, Dave, George, I'm tired of being a nice guy, man. I'm fucking tired. All right? This new guy came on yesterday. I showed him the ropes. I was nice to him. I bought him a coffee. And I said, this is how we do it. This is how we get in and out of the airport. Because if you don't know how to do it, you're never going to get out of the airport. You're going to be fucked with the fucking... So I let him... I showed him the ropes. Nicer, nicer. At the end of the day, I showed him where to fuel up, how to fuel up. Got back to the yard. I gave him a knuckles. I said, good job, good run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow morning at 5:15. Okay, no problem. I go in the yard at fucking 5:15 this morning, right? Well, fucking hold on. Fuck, I gotta make this turn in the Van Wyck here, motherfucker.
Van Wyck. Oh my God, the Van Wyck.
Oh my God.
I think I just took out. I just took out 3 Chinese people. Sorry. So anyway, this guy, I'm over here in Chinatown. So anyway, I go to the yard this morning. This motherfucker's not there. He ain't there. I'm like, where the fuck is he? So I see his car there, right? So I feel the radiator. I said, this prick he's gone already. So I fucking go to my 7-Eleven. I get a coffee. I know the guy don't load till 6 o'clock. I'll take my time. I get my donut. I sit on the side of the road. I got rolling about 5 to 6. I see the guy sitting there next to this fucking pile, which is about 4 wheelbarrows high, right? So I roll in, and he's sitting with the trailer next to a pile that's look like 4 wheelbarrows. That's it. It's like I pull in, I go, well, yo, Frank, what are you doing over here? No, I'm waiting to get loaded. I said, there's 4 wheelbarrows on the ground here. Really? I said, the pile's over there. So I was already over there. So the Spanish guy loads me up. Nothing against Spanish people. He loads me up. I take off. Now this fucking guy's pissed. He's livid now. Now he's got to beat me. He's on a fucking mission. He gets loaded. He's doing 85, 90. I get to fucking LaGuardia. He's right behind me. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he did it. He was right behind me. So I fucking dumped my load. I said, I'm going to get him now, right? So I take off, right? I fucking haul ass back. I said, let me stop because it's kind of early. Let me stop. I get a coffee. I stop to get a coffee. I go back to what trolley get loaded. He's there getting loaded. I'm like, how the fuck did you get back here, bro? He goes, well, I'm hauling ass today. I says, yeah, you gotta stop. This is the union, man. 2 loads. That's it. You can't. You gotta slow down, bro. Takes off. He dumps his fucking second load over there at 10:30. I have to follow him. I can't. What am I gonna do? Show up at 12:30? That's the time we usually dump. I can't show up at 12:30. Then they're gonna look at me and say, hey, Jimmy, how come this guy's getting here at 10:30? You're getting here at 12:30. I'm gonna look like a fucking retard, right? So I show up at 11 o'clock. My foreman goes, Jimmy, you guys are very early today. I say, well, we had no traffic, blah, blah, blah. I don't tell a guy we time it every day. You know what I mean? So he says, well, you got to go get a 3rd load. I said, well, how about Frank? Frank got to go to the doctor. I said, you got to go to the doctor, huh? Where do you go? Where do you go? The gynecologist? Is that where you had to go, this cocksucker? No, I got to go do a 3rd fucking load. I said, you know what? I got to go through load the traffic, east and west. Forget it. It's going to be a quick up. Now I'm fucking pissed. I said, yo, Frank. Yeah, Jimmy. I said, you fuck me. You just fuck me. What do you mean? What are you saying? I got to go do a 3rd load, you prick. Don't yell at me, he says to me. I said, don't yell at you. I want to run you over with the truck. What do you mean don't fucking yell at you? I'll fucking kill you, you fucking bastard. You cocksucker. He goes, I'm sorry, man. I didn't. He goes, I thought it was kind of early. Yeah, of course. I told you got to time it. Timing is everything, you fuck. I said, we don't do shit like that around here. You got to get the guy 3 loads a day. The job's going to end 2 weeks earlier, you fuck. You understand how shit works around here? Hang up on him. He fucking calls me back 20 minutes later. I'm loading my truck. I'll meet you on the expressway. I says, yeah, good idea. I'll meet you on the fucking expressway. Go load the fucking truck. And that's what happened. He loaded the fucking car. I got his fucking truck. Fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable, bro.
Maybe we should get Jimmy in the ring.
We got Matt joining us. Welcome, Matt.
What's going on, guys? I've been on here for a little while listening to the antics and stuff like that. I don't want to interrupt into the stories, but I'm thinking Jimmy should be on the card, too. Maybe we can find him to fight somebody else, maybe like Sean Ray.
Yeah, do me a favor. Get this guy Frank in the ring with me. All right? I'll give you guys I'll give you a show you'll never forget. How about that?
I think it'd be the main event.
That guy's neck in the fucker strangling me between the ropes. How about that?
And dump a load of dirt on him.
Now, Jimmy, is that truck?
No, that's at the Yank, Greg. That's after I finish him. I dump him, I bury him.
Now, Jimmy, the truck's got that nice tufted headliner. Is that a new one?
Oh, yeah, brand new, bro. Yeah, spitting new. Yeah. You kidding me, right, John?
It looks like one of those
the
chairs you sit in when you go to these those cheesy weddings at the Greek wedding halls, you know.
Come on, you talking to me?
No.
It looks like a
I want to know what's
in a
wrong with that
motel.
truck, Jimmy.
What?
Is that the
What's
truck that
wrong
got
with
all the
that truck?
citations?
Everything is wrong with the thing. The thing don't even stay on the road. The front end's all fucked up. I'm going down the LIE with a load on, doing 65. I look like a snake. I'm going like this down the LIE. I can't even keep it straight.
Do you think it was safe driving? You think it was safe driving 85, 90 miles an hour with that truck?
How fast?
Did you say you guys were going like 90 miles an hour in the truck?
No, the other guy was.
Oh, the other guy was.
Yeah, the other guy. Yeah, he's there. Yeah, we could do it. Listen, I don't like to go really more than like 70, 65 with a full load. It's too dangerous, man.
Yeah.
You're never going to stop. You know what I'm saying? And God forbid you got to swerve out of the way from one of these fucking people that can't drive. One guy was hallucinating this morning. He was in front of me, stepping on the brake, swerving back and forth. Nobody's in front of him. I finally get around this fucking guy, and I had to look in the fucking window to see who the hell was driving this car. It was an Asian guy. I said, I
knew that was coming. I knew it.
It was a fucking Asian guy. I fucking know it. I know it.
You know what would happen if Jimmy? Do you know what would happen if Jimmy the Bull got elected like governor of New York? He would ban Asian people from driving.
Oh, and they'd all vote for him.
Hey, look, nothing against the Asian people, but they cannot fucking drive a car.
No,
maybe they could build rockets and all that shit, but they can't drive, bro.
They make a mean sushi roll, right, Jimmy?
Huh?
I said they make a mean sushi roll.
Yeah.
That's racist. That's totally racist.
No, it's all right. You got an Asian on here, so it's allowed. We're gonna speak about it.
Are you part? Are you part Asian?
They know they know they can't drive too.
I'll be honest with you. We can't.
Well, how much Asian do you have in you, Matt?
I'm 25% Vietnamese. That's my last name. It doesn't offend me though. It's kind of funny. I do agree. We can't drive.
Well, I gotta be honest with you. Vietnamese, they can drive. I'm talking about the people from China, the Chinese. Those people cannot drive a car.
No, you know who the worst ones are? The Koreans.
You know why? Is the eyes. We like 25% vision.
That's right.
That
was Jimmy's theory too. Yeah.
Jimmy.
Well, that don't explain the hallucination. What the hell? Where's that coming to play? I got a guy in front of me. He's fucking braking. There's nobody in front of him. How do you explain that?
But Jimmy, you're going to LaGuardia, right?
Yes, sir.
That's Koreatown right around LaGuardia.
Oh, it's all Asian neighborhood.
Dude, I don't know how to fucking...
College Point Boulevard. It's all it's all Asian now. You know, that's
very expensive to live there, right, John? No.
Very expensive. Yeah. Very expensive.
Forest Hills too. Forest Hills.
Very.
Dude, they've been fixing the Van Wyck and the belt since I was in high school in the 70s.
Yeah. They'll never stop.
They'll never stop. LIE, the Great Van Wyck, the Belt Parkway. They're never going to be.
The FDR.
I'm out of high school.
The FDR drive.
They're always fixing the FDR. Constantly.
Always. Yeah. Always.
Dude, I don't understand that where you guys live, the fucking LIE in Long Island. That's the worst part. Dude, that fucking thing has even
fucking heat stuck on.
Expect the fucking travel delay. Expect the delay.
Greg, do you know that that's the most heavily traveled road in the world?
Yeah, but there's no fucking. Sometimes there's a delay for no reason though.
It's too many cars.
I hate that fucking road.
It's a parking lot.
Out east is even worse now.
Yep.
Well, everyone moved to Riverhead.
That's why you got to get out of New York. You know what? I don't mind driving anymore. Since I've been in Florida, I'll drive to Miami like it's around the corner because there's no traffic. I don't care.
Here it comes. See, if Jimmy would have listened to you and moved to Florida, he wouldn't be driving that truck right now.
New York traffic, Tyler.
Bro, the fucking heat stuck on. The heat. I can't turn it off.
That's my car.
It's fucking blowing on me right now.
We don't want to hear it, Jimmy. We have no sympathy for you anymore.
Jimmy, you need a hot dog.
We've already told you what to do.
Jimmy needs a hot dog.
Get out of
here. Jimmy, I have no sympathy for you. You blew the best weekend you would have ever had down here. You blew the whole thing.
I thought the party was Saturday.
It was.
I mean Sunday. Yeah, look.
Oh, you fucked that up.
What's the difference? You were supposed to get here on Thursday.
I know. I'm all fucked up. I got to admit it. I'm all fucked up. I'm always screaming and yelling. Nobody wants to even hang around me anymore. Hey, look at all the fucking work on the fucking the Astoria Boulevard. Look at this shit.
It
Look at
never
it.
stops.
Oh shit, you're
Look at
on
it.
a story.
Look, fucking guys holding the fuck. Yeah, I'm on story. I just went through a red
Oh,
light.
man.
Sorry, brother.
With a red light.
We're about to catch an accident on camera.
Yeah, pay attention to
that
Jimmy.
thing's like a
Let me
fucking
talk to Matt
missile.
for a minute. Hold on.
It won't be an
That's a
accident,
missile.
bro. I'll run this motherfucker over. Keep going. I
No,
wouldn't even know I hit him.
I want to get Jimmy in on this too. I think we could find him a nice match. I think it would be hilarious to get him a part of the
But I think he'd be good just commentating at this point because I don't want him killing anyone or anything like that.
He could be the ring girl.
Yeah. All right, so now, Matt, how did you get involved with Big Lenny now? Because I knew Matt had come up here. We were talking a little bit about marketing and stuff like that. You know, he's in college in Florida here. How did you and Lenny hook up?
To be honest with you, I was wearing this shirt at I started my own supplement company, fitness brand last year,
right.
And we do some tabling events at a local gym. We just partnered with them, Crunch Fitness. I'm sure you've heard of it, Dave.
Yeah, they're opening in like 5 locations here in Cape Coral.
Yeah, it's all over Florida. They're going to be all over the U.S. anyway. But we were setting up table, giving out some samples and whatnot. I was wearing this shirt. It says "Kill all pedophiles," and Lenny said, "I got to get me one of those shirts." And I know there's been a bunch of controversy back and forth, whatever.
So
and
Lenny just happened to show up at your demonstration you were doing?
I've never seen him in my entire life.
That's funny.
I've seen Genova a couple times down south at some gyms and whatnot. But Lenny walked up to me out of nowhere, and I was like, "Holy shit, you're Big Lenny!"
and he's like, it's not like you can't recognize the guy, you know?
Oh yeah, of course. I spotted him from a mile away. He was riding his bike. It was like an elephant riding.
Really?
A
He
tricycle.
was able to ride a bicycle?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how he got to the gym.
Oh, because he doesn't have a car, right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, he came up. He actually he wanted to try some of our pre-workout and just see what the fuck we were doing. So I like your shirt. We started talking, and then Rob came by and was like, "Hey, man, like I checked because I showed him the Instagram. I checked out your Instagram. You do any boxing training and stuff like that?" I'm like, I mean, I don't really train anybody specifically on hand. Like, I don't have any active clients.
You train yourself.
But I was like, I've helped people in the past before. I'm more than welcome to do some videos with Lenny. Let's do something. And then I saw him hitting the bag at the gym, kind of critiqued his form, and then I invited him over to my house. I got a home gym here set up in South Florida. It's like it's an overglorified home gym. A lot of shit in there. I'm sure you saw the video, Dave.
I'm gonna put it up. Let me run the video. Hold on a second, Matt.
Yeah,
so these
funny.
guys can see it. Here we go.
Mr. G, you gotta have a little fear.
I'll have Mr. G comment in a minute. Let me just run this video first.
Let it play.
There we go.
Mr. G, if you're watching this video, you're a and he's gonna knock you out.
Why is Lenny the color of
He's a lot faster. This video slowed down. I don't know why.
Yeah, this is slow motion.
I don't think it's slowed down. I think it's Lenny.
What the fuck was that?
Why does Lenny look purple?
Strength and talent alone may the best man win.
Yeah, Big Lenny was
Fucking some huge bird just flew in my fucking truck, bro.
Hold on, Jimmy. We're trying to go look at something here. Why does Lenny look purple in this video?
Yeah. Why?
Is he doing too much Melanotan?
So when I went inside to go grab him some waters, Rob was telling me after the fact, he's like, dude, Lenny wanted to leave. He didn't want to finish the workout. But I think now he's set to the point where he can actually start training. And if we set this up, give him like 2 months, I think he'll be good to go. I don't know Mr. G's background in boxing, but I think Lenny's got a lot of potential here. He's a big dude. He's got probably 100 pounds on Mr. G.
Hold on. We can't hear you, George. Say it again.
It's not a boxing match.
Oh, you guys want to do bare knuckles then?
No,
No,
it's
no,
an
MMA.
It's an MMA. I don't know. These guys, look, first of all, the reason why I made it boxing is because he wasn't training. Then I found out from Rob he had pneumonia. And that's when I called off the fight to Rob. And then 2 days later, these guys went back online, right? And went on and said my company slandered my company.
We know. Don't go rehash the whole thing.
That's when I was like, that's when I went on and said, what are these guys, 2 fucking idiots? What are you talking about? Well, Rob must have been lying he had pneumonia. So then I'm like, fuck it. full fucking MMA, 3 5-minute fucking rounds. That's it. The guy slandered my business, and nothing for nothing. You have the shirt that says, kill pedophiles. Lenny drank the piss of a guy. I mean,
pedophilia is kids, George. That's children.
What? Wait a minute. Wait, whoa. You can't say something like that and keep going. Wait a second. What the fuck do you mean?
They said, so these guys, I don't know. I deleted the people. Anybody sends me stuff, I deleted it.
He means a tranny.
There was a video of him of saying, drink my piss. And that's where all his followers who follow him are following. He's known for drinking the piss of a tranny. Look at the shirts he sells.
But that's not a pedophile, George.
Yeah. What?
Pedophilia is when you kid with children.
No. Hold on, Dave.
I saw the video. She was an older tranny.
What I'm saying is that his whole following is following a guy that does stuff like that.
Well, they like it. They like that. They think he's not a cookie cutter.
He's got kids and stuff following him. Right. He's got young. I can guarantee you, 16-year-old kids following him, thinking it's cool. I mean,
I don't think these kids are following him in the sense that they're drinking other people's urine, but I think they may. I think they find that he's entertaining.
Well, I mean, look, I wanted to be left. The bottom line is, I didn't go after this. I didn't draw any blood for. I didn't even know the guy, But if they want to go and slander my business, for whatever reason, then that's when I call them out.
They drew first blood.
That's all. I mean, and then they did it again twice.
Matt's just training him. Matt doesn't have any.
No, I know. I'm just no.
Listen, George is trying to say.
Matt doesn't know. He's a good guy.
George is trying to say the irony of Matt's shirt. He's saying, look at the irony of Matt's shirt. No pedophilia, kill a pedophile.
That's what I'm saying.
Though Lenny's not with pedophiles. He's trying to say Lenny's doing shit on a parallel level. Like that's like, you know what I mean? Like.
Yes, Greg. Yes, that you. It's in increments like this.
Right. It's like he's saying like you're still following somebody who is this way. That's what George is trying to say.
He also talks about being on Misfits, about that he thinks it's okay to marry a 14-year-old.
I'm sorry, Matt, to cut you off.
You're all right.
He talks about that's okay to marry a 15, 16, 14-year-old.
I've never heard of him. I don't know what's going on in his personal life. As long as he's not doing anything against the law, listen, I'm just here to train Lenny. I'm here to help him get into shape. I'm not involved with Lenny's personal sexual escapades in any sense. I'm not the dick police. I'm not going to tell Lenny what he can and can't do.
I'm sure had you known, you probably
hold on. Forget all this drama. I want to know John, what did you think of Lenny's punching potential there in that video?
Let's just say it needs work.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he needs work.
Well, why don't you ask Matt? You got poor Matt's on here.
I didn't feel like there was any power whatsoever in those punches, Matt.
Yeah, but I mean, he's never really boxed a day in his life before. He's got decent technique. I mean, the dude's 300-some pounds. He's never thrown a punch a day in his life. He's got a fucked up shoulder. He's gonna need some work. Yeah. But respectfully, Mr. G, he was showing me some videos of you training. I know that you're a lot better in shape cardio-wise, MMA-wise, but if we kind of level the playing field here, keep it to, maybe some 5 2-minute rounds or 8 2-minute rounds on the boxing match, I think Lenny could pose a serious threat to you.
I'm not boxing. Not doing it. Not boxing, buddy. No. Not boxing.
Why are you afraid to box Lenny?
I'm not afraid to box Lenny. First of all, I'm not afraid to box Lenny. It's MMA. Let him fucking train. Fuck him.
Lenny can't move his legs the way that you would have
Lenny has like ulcerations on his legs, George.
That's too bad. Fuck him.
Yeah,
that's why I did this. First of all, I was going to be nice to him and do the boxing, but now it's not.
Listen, Mr. G.
Boxing might be more entertaining, George.
I think boxing would be better because obviously you have a physical advantage on Lenny. Lenny's gone through a lot of health complications. For me to get him into an MMA gym and learn the basics of how to kick and how to grapple would take years, and he'd probably die by then.
Fuck it! I started training in March. Fuck him. He knew it. He's not willing to do the work.
Ant the grasshopper. You waited too long.
Go on a diet.
What about kickboxing?
We're doing full 3 5-minute MMA rounds. That's it. I don't give a fuck what he does. I'm setting the whole thing up. If he doesn't show up, and he doesn't show up. It's going to be Veterans Day.
I think we got to convince Mr. G to do a boxing, at least kickboxing, because I don't think Lenny's going to be able to take him to the ground. If you want to do an MMA fight, I think you got to give Lenny a little bit more time.
George, I personally think boxing would be more entertaining because I don't really want to see you guys wrestling on the ground. I want to see punches. That's what the fans want to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me jump in here.
Okay.
Nobody's wrestling. I don't know what you're talking about.
George, wait a second. Any and all street fights ultimately within a few seconds end up on the ground.
Absolutely.
Right? This is what you want, a fucking street fight. That's why you keep saying MMA. It's basically a street fight. Okay?
No holds barred.
Irrespective of the rounds and the time, whatever. It's going to end up, whatever you want to call it, however you want, it's going to end up on the ground. It's going to end up on the ground in the first 2 seconds. And no one wants to watch that. At least if you box, you're standing up and we can watch something happening.
Right.
I personally don't want to watch the two of you guys rolling around on the ground for five minutes.
Then let him back out. Let him cower.
I don't want to see the nuances of arm bars and stuff like that.
But I sent you Dave. I sent you a video. I sent you a sparring video of me Muay Thai boxing.
Yeah, I like that. I think you look good. I think you're good on your feet. I don't know why you'd want to even get on the ground with Lenny.
You're going to be laying down. I'm telling you.
Listen, I'm telling you right now. I'll put this on record as Lenny's coach. I think, Mr. G, you'll easily beat Lenny in an MMA fight, but I will go on record and say Lenny will beat you if you guys get into a boxing match. We'll even do Muay Thai because I don't think your kicks are going to impact his stomach, and his legs are already half nerve dead, so it doesn't really matter at that point.
I think Lenny's going to go flying on his back like a turtle.
I think a boxing match is a lot more marketable. A lot of people are into the whole boxing now.
I agree.
Celebrity boxing, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, all that. Whatever you bullshit or not bullshit, but all that stuff. If you would consider that, Mr. G, I think we can make it happen.
Never. How about never? Not doing it. I set the thing up. You're not going to come over now and start and set it up. I set it up.
Well, we're just trying to make it more entertaining,
George. Entertaining. It'll be entertaining. Let Lenny train. He doesn't have the balls to train. He knew it. He doesn't want to train. He doesn't want to run. I was fucking running on the last night at 10:30 at night. I'm on the beach, fucking full fucking sweat gear, running on the beach for an hour. After I already Muay Thai trained for an hour and a half.
George.
And worked all day.
George, no one would ever disparage your passion or your commitment to training and taking this seriously. That's
Georgie.
All right. What we gotta worry about is the show. And what Matt is telling you is corroborating what I'm telling you. Matt agrees with me. If this is MMA, this will end up on the floor in the first 2 seconds. And then we got to watch you guys rolling around on the ground. And it's not exciting.
And you'll win.
I think George is going to wind up.
I want to hurt that motherfucker. I want to fucking hurt him.
I want to see you do it with your fist, though.
Fucking hurt him. Fuck him.
Go, Georgie!
I want to hurt that motherfucker. And fucking come after my business. I worked my whole life. These guys done nothing but tear things down. Fuck him.
I got to be honest with you. I think George is going to wind up going in there, and it's going to wind up being punches because he's pissed, and he's going to go in there and want to.
Don't you want to beat the piss out of each other with your punches? Exactly. I agree.
So he's going to want him not. Look, I like Big Lenny. I think he's a good guy and shit, but George's going to want him knocking him out. I don't think.
Gentlemen, I gotta go. It was great listening to the conversation. I love you all. And
Jimmy, I wish I was with you. We'd go get a dirty water dog.
I'm telling you, bro, I'm going to the fucking sausage truck right after this.
Attaboy.
Get that sausage
and next week, I got some good shit for you people out there. So if you're going to tune in, I'm going to rock your world, man.
All right. Thanks, Jimmy. We love you, man.
It's called Jimmy, I'm not leaving New York.
Take care, Jimmy.
I am leaving New York, Don. I'm coming down to you in August. I already told you that. Somebody's here. Look at this fucking shit. All right, see you guys later, man.
Take care.
Greg, love you.
I love you, bro. I love you.
Love you too, man.
Love you, man.
Have a sausage wedge for me.
Yeah, me too.
All right, man. I will.
Bye, Jimmy.
All right, let's get back to this fight thing now.
We lost Matt.
Oh,
Matt?
Yeah, we did. No. He probably got fed up and he hung up.
I'm telling you guys.
Let him get
George is not going to go at him.
I spent all this time training, and he knew about it, and he couldn't have. And then I was nice enough to say, hey, do boxing. Then Rob told me he had pneumonia, and guess what? So I said, forget it. I don't want to. The guy's he's not gonna live. Forget it.
No, this
and
is
then
what's
they went around and they doubled down. Well, hey, go train. Go. You're not doing. What are you doing all day long? Well, Rob drives and picks you up like driving Miss Daisy, driving Miss Lenny around. He can train all day long.
No way. George is pissed, right? So George, like you said, he wants to kill his head.
He's borderline pedophile. The shit that he's doing is like you said, Greg. That guy wears a shirt killing. He should look before I do anything with somebody. I would look at their background.
All right, let's forget Lenny. What Lenny does on a regular basis. So what you do? Let's talk about this fight. We're trying to make this marketable so that people want to watch the fight.
George is going to make him. George is going to make him marketable. George is going to go after him.
Hold on.
George is going to go after him like this. He's not going to go dive and take Lenny's leg out. The first thing he's going to do is I'm going to cave your fucking head in.
Let's
and he's
play
going to get up there and he's going to do this shit.
Play the video again. Hold on. Let's watch the Lenny.
George, am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Going to end up on the floor.
Punch, kicks, arm bars, submissions, chokeouts, the whole thing.
George, it'll be over in 3 seconds. It's not going to be a fun fight if you do that.
It won't be. I don't care if nobody goes.
It's not going to get that far.
Don't you want to? You got to talk to Floyd Mayweather. You got to be a performer too.
Right.
You got to make this so people want to watch it. If it's over too quick, we can't even analyze the fight and have anything to talk about after.
What did I miss?
Nothing. We were just showing the Lenny video game. No, I'm trying to explain to George, if it's over too quickly, if he gives one kick to Lenny and Lenny falls down, he jumps on top of it and he arm bars him, the fight's over. Boring. No one cares. You just blew all the build up we talked about.
Arm barring is the easy way out.
It's not going to happen.
He's not going to kick him. You guys are wrong. He's not going to kick him. First thing he's going to do is you're going to get your boxing match because he's going to come to him and he's going to.
Rather than just making a boxing match.
But he wants
to. Listen, Mr. G, if you want to make it an MMA fight, the only way you're going to do it, I'm more than willing to put in the work with Lenny to teach him what I know. But I think it's a lot more marketable to make this a boxing match. But at the end of the day, we got to see the fight happen. So whatever it might be, we'll do it.
Not going to see shit. You're going to see what you're going to see. Here's what's going to happen. George is going to throw a punch. Big Lenny's going to grab him. They're going to go down and they're going to roll around on the floor for 4.5 minutes.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yes, it is. It's exactly what's going to happen. Exactly. You guys are going to end up on the floor.
First of all, if you armbar somebody, it's 5 seconds.
You're not armbarring them. It's not going that far. You guys are going to be on the floor rolling around.
Who's going to roll around? It's 5 seconds over. It's 5
seconds.
You
are. You're going to roll around with Big Lenny on the floor because he's not standing up.
I'm not going to roll around and make him get back up. I'm not going to roll around.
He's going to be holding on to you like a security blanket. You ain't going anywhere.
He's going to be able to hold on to me.
Then why do you want to do an MMA fight? Why not just do a kickboxing?
Yeah.
Because that's what I decided in the beginning.
Well, you gotta change with the times, George, because we got to make this marketable.
It is. We can put on the Muay Thai boxing. Did you get the Muay Thai boxing?
Yeah. Let's do Muay Thai.
No, hold on. No, Dave, put on the. I sent you a video of me sparring with a 21-year-old UFC fighter.
Too long. Yeah.
So why don't you do Muay Thai then, George?
Dave, don't you have that video?
Somewhere, yeah. What? You have that video?
So then just do Muay Thai.
Yeah.
It was pretty pixelated.
Let's get the expert opinion of Greg Valentino. Greg, who do you think is winning this fight?
Well, I don't like to see the fight, to be honest with you.
We know where you stand.
George is going to win. George is going to. I mean, listen, George is very angry. He's taking it serious.
Just play
I think
Greg is going to say, "I love Big Lenny. He's a nice guy."
I love Big Lenny. I really do. I think he's a nice guy. But I do think that George is going to go over to him, and he's going to want. When you're angry, you're going to want to fucking cave somebody's head in. Even in the MMA, even UFC. When guys are really going at it, they're standing up. Nobody wants to see two guys like a slug rolling around on the ground like that.
But Greg,
what's happening in the gym?
I think George is gonna come at him and hit him, and I think I understand what John's going to say. John's going to say, yeah, and Lenny's going to grab him. But I think Lenny's going to go try to defend himself, and I think George is going to just
Greg, it's a natural instinct for humans
to grab. Yes, I understand it.
Okay, and he is not trained. He's not.
But he knows not to grab.
Wait a minute. Big Lenny has not trained himself out of that. So it's going to happen. And he outweighs Georgie by 110 pounds. So George is going to throw a punch at him. Big Lenny's going to like block it, put his arms up, whatever. He's going to grab him. As soon as he grabs him, they are going down, which is where they are going to stay for the duration of the fight while
this
we
is what you don't understand.
Go, holy fuck, this is the most boring thing I ever saw.
I understand that. I understand it, but George is not going to let him grab him.
Bullshit.
George is not going to let him grab him. I can tell you that now.
Matt, what do you think? Matt,
as he goes to grab him, George is going to step, bang, 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 bang.
I'll kick him right in the. He can't grab me. You don't unless you've been in a cage fighting.
Matt, I don't want to see the fight, but
listen. I think Lenny. I'll even lay out Lenny's game plan for you, Mr. G, if you want even bigger softball to hit a home run with. Lenny's going to use his size. Lenny's 300 pounds. All right. Have you ever seen Tyson Fury fight someone, box someone before? A lot of his, if you guys know who that is, a lot of his strategies, he puts his weight on that person. And Mr. G, all respect due to you because you're in great shape for your age. I don't think you're going to be able to handle 310 pounds on you when he's in the clinch. And when he's throwing those right hands that's coming straight down the pipe, there's a lot of power behind those punches. So you got to be careful in terms of checking your chin. And that's the first thing to go with older fighters is their chin. I can only say
Matt, you keep bringing older in. George is, even though George
I'm fighting guys
21 years old.
I'm fighting guys 23.
He's fighting with young guys. You can't take a skilled fighter. George, to me, has got his skill is it's a different animal. It's just like you see these guys in the UFC. Somebody like the Conor McGregor fighting in 155, and you're 200-pound bodybuilder. You get in there like, I'll just fucking lay him. I'll maul him. He'll kill you. He'll fucking when you go to lean like this to grab him, he's gonna fuck it. And I'm just saying, George fights with guys 20 years old, fights with teenagers. I know. I've seen the videos. I know what George is capable of. I'm not saying it because he's my friend.
We don't know what George's power is, though. What his power punches
George is not going to stand there and just say, okay, come grab me. I'm just saying.
I can tell you two things right now.
And George is not the average older man.
No, he's not. And the thing is with George is a hitter, okay? And Matt will agree with this. So will you, Greg. You are either a hitter or you're not. You cannot train somebody to hit hard. And right. I'm just not seeing the power in Big Lenny's punches. And you either got it or you don't. If you've seen Georgie's got power, okay? So Georgie's a hitter, Big Lenny is not. And there's nothing ever anyone, the best coach in the world, is going to change about that.
Listen, we're willing to take the underdog, obviously, in this fight. That's why I'm willing to help Lenny as best as I can. If you guys want to doubt Lenny's ability, we got a couple months. We got some time. Lenny's been training before we did any boxing, so he's been doing weights before. But if we actually make this happen and set something up, I'll make sure that Lenny gets on a routine to where he's not doing the weights all the time. It's making him tired. The dude's a big guy,
right?
Matt, I'm begging like this. Just to give Lenny a chance. Honestly, I like Lenny. I really do. I don't want to see him get hurt. But if you really care about him, fuck his punching ability. I'm not joking around. If I was his coach, if I were you, I'd have him fucking running all day, all night. He would hate my guts. Even like I tell high school football players, you're lucky I'm not your coach. Because I'm not going to stand there and make you go, like this. You're going to be running all fucking day, all night. Half your practices. I may say one day, we're not throwing one punch. Or in football, we're not playing one play. We're spending the whole day running. Because that's what makes an athlete.
Greg, you can barely walk. You can't run.
No, but listen to me.
He's on the bike every day. I got him on the bike for 45 minutes every day. Listen,
I got to have him run. Listen,
that's awesome.
You got to have him run. George runs on the beat. George takes this seriously. I don't care if Lenny had Mike Tyson punching ability. You don't understand. George can in 10 seconds. You know that, John, the one thing you're right about when guys grab each other in a fight. We've all been in fights. I've been in many. But the thing is that 10 seconds seems like an eternity in a street fight. Yep. Most street fights go quick. if this thing goes 20, 30 seconds, George is ready for that. George is ready for that. That's when here comes the pain. You know what I mean? Because that's when George is going to really break.
I hope it lasts more than 30 seconds. I really do.
What I'm saying is if you really want to help Lenny, I would make that motherfucker. I tell him, listen, I don't know if you hang a fucking, a dildo from the back of a car and make him chase it or whatever. I don't know. But you have to get him to run. I'm a firm believer in any sport. Running is everything.
That's what we're doing tomorrow. We're doing a park day. I'm going to get him out to the park. We're going to do some cardio.
Don't even let him throw a punch. Not one punch. You tell him we're not throwing punches today.
Listen,
your ass is going to run.
I've been given a pile of shit to go up to go up against an older sports car. I've been given a older golf cart to go up against a 1965 Shelby Mustang. I'm gonna give you props, Mr. G.
I don't think George is a Shelby Mustang, but he's close. Yeah.
You're trying to do the right thing.
If Lenny wants to do it. And listen, Lenny's gone through a lot of complications. He's got a lot of bullshit going on. It could be something that could be good for him, something that he can try to achieve.
Yeah, you might save his life for that, man.
And realistically put him on a path to maybe he enjoys boxing, can do it on the spare time, doesn't have to take all the drugs for whatever he's doing. I don't know what his cycles are right now or whatever that might be.
Georgie wants to kill him.
But let's set this up so that we can, if he loses, he loses. He wants to do it. I made it clear to him, like, is this just a joke or do you actually want to be serious about it? Rob made it seem like they want to be serious. They want to train on their own schedule and then, do some boxing maybe 3 or 4 times a week and then do their own stuff all the other days of the week. So if you want to do this, Mr. G, respectfully, I think a boxing match or a Muay Thai fight would be the best way to go. We'll set it up for whatever, early October.
It's MMA Veterans Day. I have the venue. I have the venue too in Orlando. 400 seats.
Matt's got a venue too possibility, George.
Yeah, I got a bunch of venues down in South Florida. Delray Boxing Club, Palm Beach Boxing Club. We could do it in Orlando, whatever. Just I need at least 5 weeks with Lenny. Obviously, we have to have some rules.
Veterans Day. So Veterans Day and the one veteran that I'm helping that I've been helping is going to challenge Rob.
Okay.
That's
We're more than happy to do it. It gives us plenty of time. I think that we can make it happen. We can make some hype for this. Maybe get some people in the fitness industry to get involved. I think Rob said something about Cassidy Campbell and Lee Priest. I don't know if you heard about that, Dave.
Yeah, I don't think Lee Priest is going to be able to make it with the whole Australia thing. But let me ask you this question, George.
Lee did the Coliseum thing.
Lee Priest wants Sean Ray.
George, why wouldn't you do kickboxing? Kickboxing still gives you the ability to kick and stuff like that.
So does Muay Thai.
Yeah.
You guys don't understand. Even though George has already made up his mind MMA, he's going to go in there and he's
I know, but you can't. He's got to be able to train Lenny, though. He's got to train Lenny for whatever.
You don't want him to get hurt, and you like Lenny.
Can't go back.
What about Muay Thai? Muay Thai boxing.
Wait, so Dave,
wow.
so if you agree to go into the Mr. Olympia,
but George, we still have a lot of time.
Wait, hold on. You don't diet down. You change. All of a sudden,
we're not a week out from the fight.
So,
He's saying if you go into a bodybuilding show,
we're not 1 week out from the fight.
Now you can wear fucking sweatpants and don't show your legs.
Terrible analogy.
We're not a week out from the fight, though. We can modify.
Mr. G,
it's like the worst analogy in the history of
We're not 1 week out, so I think you guys can modify it now and still be in shape, both of you guys.
I'm taking a Jason Genova type physique and trying to make it look like a subpar IFBB pro. You got to give us some sort of leeway here.
I said November 14th.
That's fine, but let's modify the fight. If they can't do MMA, why don't you just do Muay Thai or something like that?
No, MMA cage. That's what he agreed upon in the beginning. Not changing. He has to trade for it.
If Lenny's up for it, I'm more than willing to put in the work to help Lenny out. But again, I think that you're taking.
Train Lenny. Get him in sick shape. Like I said, I wouldn't make him throw a punch. I would just work on his. I'd have him running all day. But train Lenny to say, okay, Lenny's goal should be, look, I don't want to go to the ground. I'll knock him out standing up.
Right.
There you go. So then you get your stand-up fight. Yeah. Even though, you
understand these guys slander people's businesses? That's all they do. These guys
We're just talking. Forget the whole beef. Let's just talk about the fight.
Dave. That's why I'm doing it.
I know, but we're talking about a fight to make it marketable.
I don't care about views. I don't care about money. I care about none of this stuff.
Well, then just meet him in a back alley somewhere and fight him. Then that's all.
No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in the cage. All right, like real men. Right, not in the back alley. Otherwise, I would have just rolled down there and fucking knocked on his door and dragged him out, and fucking killed him. Then
why didn't you do it when they had the face-off? Then didn't you guys have a face-off?
Yeah, they were.
I did it.
You guys look like you guys are about to kiss each other. Why didn't you fight him then?
Because it's not the fight then.
Lenny looked
you're making it seem
Lenny
like you just want to throw hands
intimidating
with him.
during that.
If you really had a problem with him, you would have took a punch with him at the face-off.
You have a point there, Matt. And Matt, I don't know if you remember the video, but Lenny looked awfully intimidating in that face-off.
Yeah, Mr. G, I personally think that if you do MMA, you will beat Lenny 99,000 times out of a million. You'll beat him every time.
Well,
almost every time. There's no chance he's going to beat you in MMA if you guys get to the ground or do anything technical.
He's calling out Brock Lesnar now. This guy shoots his mouth. Well, okay.
That's good for business, George. That's good for the fight.
MMA? Let's go.
Yeah, George, you or Mr. G, you got to take Lenny a little bit less seriously. Like going back to your stuff about the business and whatnot.
No, hold on. Is anybody saying that your business sucks? Your supplements have arsenic in them? Tell me about that. Because
I've had plenty of ever since I posted that video of Lenny, I've actually got a lot of people coming at me to not train him. But listen, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this to involve myself with Lenny's personal life. Like I said, whatever he does in the bedroom, I'm sure everybody here has done something they haven't been proud of. I'm not the big police. I'm not going to tell Lenny what he can and can't do. I've heard Greg's stories before.
They made a video of my company. Why don't they make a video of your supplement company, right? And says, hey, you see this shit? It has arsenic in it. It gets you sick. I have hundreds of people leaving comments like that, and all these reviews on my company that are attached to this lowlife. You understand that? That's what he brings with him. Nothing good. That's
I'm just trying to help out a guy who asked for my help. He seems like a stand-up dude in terms of when I've met him. I'm sorry that he's made these claims towards you.
I'm not going to help out Charlie Manson.
No, you know what it is? He's trying to start up the hive. Matt, he's trying to start the when they got together, they were buddies and everything.
Yeah, you guys look like you guys are ready to make out.
But when they left, that's when they were like, let's zing them a little
Greg.
bit. So they did that.
Greg, listen, close your eyes and listen to Matt talk.
No, listen. I just think that
sounds
overall,
like Nick from Nick Strength and Power, doesn't he? He's got the same.
Oh yeah.
Well, he has a comedy.
I know where you're getting at, Dave. Yeah, he's saying your voice the way you talk. I get it.
He's got the same.
What's wrong with me? What I got to fix?
No. He's not this. He's saying your voice the way you talk. He's not this. You know what, Dave? You keep that up, and Matt's going to want you in a ring.
No. You know that Nick Strength and Power channel?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what he means.
You have a very similar voice to his. With my eyes closed, I couldn't tell you apart.
Yeah, I appreciate it. He's huge, right? He's got a big following.
Yeah, he's making good money. Yeah.
Very large.
He's not putting you down, Matt. He's not putting you down.
No. Let's set this up. I'm sure we're going to be doing other stuff with Lenny and whatnot in terms of getting everybody together. But Mr. G, whatever you want. Lenny made it seem like to me that he was ready for whatever. So if you really are going to have a stick up your ass and not want to do boxing and just do MMA respectfully, I think Lenny will be up for it. I just think that you're gonna have a very unfair advantage.
Hey, what the fuck is that? You gotta stick up your ass. What the fuck? I mean,
Mr. G is
you're being a fucking dick. That's a dick thing to say to me.
I got a great idea.
I said respectfully, Mr. G.
Let Mr. G fight Matt.
What are you talking
How about
about?
Matt fight Mr. G? That's exactly what I was going to say.
Fucking stick up my ass.
Mr. G, I respect you. I saw the videos, man. Listen.
You're coming in here after the fucking fact. Go train the guy. Let's see how good you're training. Get him ready for
MMA. It's a good show.
Right?
Yeah.
Since you're Mr. Wonderful.
Oh, I never said I was Mr. Wonderful. I don't think anybody else would be willing to take on Lenny.
I mean, that's like a put
George
that.
is hopeless.
Come on, guy. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I said respectfully. Again, listen.
You said I had to stick up my ass.
Respectfully.
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 I don't say shit like that.
But he said respectfully.
How can you put a stick up someone's ass respectfully?
Lenny does it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use a lot of lube.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Listen, we'll set it up for Veterans Day weekend. We'll make it a big event, whatever Mr. G wants to do.
Well, then I'm donating all my money to veterans.
All the money he's not making, George.
All 35 cents.
It doesn't matter. No, I'm going to raise money. Don't worry about it. The venue I have has 400 seats. It's my venue, not yours.
That's fine. We'll make everything for. We'll have Lenny come out with the robe and everything. We'll have a whole audience with him. It'll be great. Whatever you want to do, we'll make it happen. And I'm taking on, like I said, the golf cart versus the Shelby. So if you can offer any leeway to Lenny, if you change your mind, you want to do boxing or Muay Thai, just to even the playing field, because obviously your advantage right now is way more than the odds are like fucking a million to one at this point. But Lenny's willing to take whatever.
Well, Lenny could have trained. I never had one MMA fight in my entire universe life. Boxing match, MMA, grappling, none of that. I started training in March. What he could do, he could have done the same thing.
But he's had street fights.
You know what, John? The irony of this whole thing is, the truth is that we don't really know how good Mr. G can fight. We're just assuming that he fights well. He can be terrible. We know he has tremendous endurance.
I sent you me sparring. I've been sparring.
George, let me just do my little shtick here for a second. All right. Mr. G might be a terrible fighter. For all we know.
I want to speak to this guy, the guy training him. Listen, let's be respectful of each other.
Hey, be respectful. His name is Matt.
He was totally respectful. He even said it.
Call him Matt.
Oh, man. This is funny.
Matt.
I mean, when somebody says you have a stick up your ass, that's a derogatory thing.
No, he meant that you're stuck. He means you're stuck on this MMA format. Respectfully.
It was a nice stick. He meant it in a nice way.
When someone says you have a stick,
a stick just means you're stuck.
Listen, it was a small, nice
that means is, wait a minute. What that means
chopstick.
He's not insulting the person.
It was a nice
respectfully. It's like when you're in the military, you can say to your commanding officer, with all due respect, sir, you're a fucking asshole. Yeah. Because you're respecting his rank.
A stick up your ass means you're an asshole.
No,
it means you're stuck in your ways.
It means your asshole has
you're stuck in your ways.
It means your asshole. But he meant it in a nice way. He was saying, he said you have a nice.
It up there dry. He's putting lube on it.
I have a migraine headache at this point, so I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Well, right now it's MMA in a cage. Lenny versus Big Lenny. Lenny versus Mr. G. And Matt's going to be training Big Lenny now, and so we'll get updates from him. We'll get updates from Big Lenny. What's the date of this, George? November what?
It's November 14th is Veterans Day.
Okay. So November 14th tentatively is the fight. We'll give you guys more information as we find out. Matt, thank you for stopping by and joining us. You were a good sport with this whole thing. I really appreciate it.
Man, Matt.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Listen, we're gonna get Lenny to sign up at a MMA gym too. If we're gonna continue on with this stuff, I'll keep him conditioned. I'll have him start going over there if he actually wants to do the MMA stuff.
All right.
But without further ado, I think that Lenny's gonna have a better chance than you guys think. Mr. G, with all due respect, you're gonna get your ass whooped in there, and we'll see how it turns out.
By a stick. By a stick, you're gonna get an ass whooped by a stick in your ass.
The difference is that I have a why. He has no why.
Listen, honestly, Matt.
He doesn't want to die. He doesn't want to die.
That's a good why. That is a good why.
You got it. Get him in an MMA ring. You can teach him every punch, every skill. Teach him all the fucking shit. My daughter's MMA fighter. You can teach him all the moves and rolling.
I think Matt's main goal is to keep Lenny alive. I think that's Matt's main
condition.
goal.
If you can't last, if you don't have the wind to last 20 seconds, I don't care who you're fighting. Pee Wee Herman will kick fucking Mike Tyson's ass if he can't last 20 seconds. You have to run. I'd be the worst coach. Nobody would like me because I'd make you run. I'd chase you with a car. You'd run. But you know what? You'd be in condition. Condition first. That's the main thing. And that's the one thing that nobody takes George serious for. George is not just in a gym punching bags and doing MMA. The fucking guy's condition. He could probably last a couple full rounds like that.
Last thing. Is this going to be drug tested or not?
Yeah, no drug testing.
No drug testing.
Yes. Drugs are mandatory.
Yeah.
George, Johnny was right.
Use whatever you got to use.
We'll get
guys.
Lenny on some sort
of.
No,
for the audience.
For the
audience.
Maybe we can get Dave to write Lenny something up.
He won't follow it.
What, George?
He can drink mental hamster vodka before.
Lee sent you that, huh? Okay.
You're a good man, Matt. I like you.
I appreciate it. Greg, I'm going to send you a message on Instagram so I can send you updates.
Okay, thank you. Please. And I wish you the best. I like Lenny. I don't want to see him get hurt. I do.
He's not going to get hurt. He'll be all right.
I hope so.
All right, guys. We're going to wrap this up. I'm Dave Palumbo, of course, with another installment here of After Hours. Guys, thank you so much. I love you all. We'll see you next week.
Don't forget your Mr. Potts Protein.
MrPottsProtein.net.
Boy.
Kill all pedophiles.
Kill them all.
Now.
I agree.
Bye, guys.